Normally at this point you start talking, Kay.
Yeah, I kind of waited for you to quiet down.
No, I'm doing the whole thing.
Hello and welcome to So Farscape.
A fun-filled... You've got to do it.
Oh, sorry, a fun-filled...
No, you've got to sing the chorus
of
the
but
song.
I kind of lost track here.
A fun-filled Farscape fan cast by a fervent fan.
And a frankly fascinated first-timer.
Who forgot to load the MP3 for the theme tune. It will be back.
Oh, God, we're not going to actually use this, are we?
I think we are. I'm editing this one, so I'm calling it now.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Kaki.
I'm Kay.
This is the story
So Farscape, yes. Welcome to the season recap of season 4.
Yes, and I dare say of the series entire, because the series Farscape is now complete. Yep. There is still the mini-series that I've joked for many years you didn't know about, which we still have ahead of us. But now we're sort of living in 2003, that period.
Yes.
When we just didn't know what was going to happen.
Well,
there wasn't going to be any more.
There was the Save Farscape campaign, which apparently also made it onto an impromptu radio program, and they ran a commercial even, I believe.
Yeah.
I kept asking myself whether I'm watching a motion picture or a TV show.
I've never seen anything quite like it on television.
I was just taking it immediately.
The characters are really multi-dimensional.
You can't help but fall in love with every one of them, even when you hate them.
The sets are just absolutely gorgeous.
Clutter's hilarious. It never dumbs down for the audience.
No whole detailed explanation.
Oh my God, television is this good.
There was a pretty substantial campaign. Now, I did my research on internet, and you did your research via the official Farscapes magazines from this period.
Yes. I have it right here.
Nice.
And it says on the cover, Farscape's errand on the show's cancellation and more. And I mean, there's not much about the show cancellation in here.
Oh, okay.
Mostly interviews with the various actors, how they felt about it, which irrevocably is terrible.
Yes. Yeah.
And how how the news spread to various people, how people found out. Apparently, it started off with a phone call to someone on set, and from there, very rapidly spread over to everybody else.
Yeah.
Leaving some quite shocked people involved. And Jonathan Hartley only found out through the media.
Oh, yeah, because he wasn't on set, of course.
No, yeah.
He wouldn't be recording his parts for... Oh, yeah, he always recorded his parts with ADR much later.
Yes. And the rest, I guess, when the rest were doing their pickups. It was an interesting interview with him in that magazine about how his vision on Rigel and how that came to be, and yes, also about the fact that he was his lines were only recorded much later, and apparently they still had a lot of leeway in that for what he would say exactly. So I mean, of course, what was said in the script, I guess, is what was read on the set by one of the puppeteers.
Yeah,
I mean, they could always change nuances a little bit, I guess, with not just what he says, but also how he says it. And
because they often say that movies and I guess TV shows are made 3 times, or are written 3 times. They're once in the script, once on the set, and then again in editing.
Yeah.
Although I think if it's a Star Wars film, then it's also in pre-production.
Well,
I guess maybe that's true for Farscape as well.
That's script as well, I guess. I mean, pre-production, that's part of the script process, I would say.
It sort of depends on the style of production. Like when George Lucas started on episode 1 for Star Wars episode 1, he had a basic idea of characters that he wanted to use and plot lines that he wanted to advance. But instead of starting out writing a script, he started out getting a bunch of concept artists into an office for essentially a year and just, okay, here's a bunch of ideas jammed together for a week. Pitch me stuff at the end. We'll
make me a city that sticks out of the sea, or make me.
It would be even more vague than that. Usually, make me something memorable that makes me scared and horny. Actually, no, that's Farscape. No, that's Farscape. Oh.
Is that Scorny? Or well, no, that wouldn't work. Haired, I guess, is probably the better one.
Okay, so finishing up about the Save Farscape campaign, it was pretty It was pretty groundbreaking. It was not the first campaign to save a television program. Like, I think others that had been successful were like Jericho and Once and Again, also around the same time period. And of course, originally Star Trek was cancelled after the second season, and then
that was rescued by
fan agency.
I guess, yeah, people writing into the network to go like, "Oi, we want more of that."
Last hour, Hotwired reported on the internet effort to save the TV show Farscape, canceled late last week by the Sci-Fi Network. Well, since that time, we've received more than 30 emails from Farscape fans all over the U.S. and Scotland, Canada, Denmark, Germany. We think that is worth a recap for our West Coast viewers. Tomorrow, the webmasters at farscape.wdsection.com, which is the main Save Farscape campaign website, are asking the show's fans to head to the Sci-Fi Channel's website and deluge the channel's executives with emails asking them to keep the show around.
The original series only ran 3 seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to think just how little there actually is compared to all the other Star Trek.
Yeah.
There's so much Star Trek.
There's
someone should do a podcast about that sometime.
Oh, that's an idea.
So
what will you call it?
I'm sure we'll come up with something. But so you had the Save Farscape campaign. You had a fundraising campaign which funded like ads taken out in TV Guide and I think even a TV spot or a radio spot.
Yeah, definitely a radio spot and commercial ad.
So that was the Beyond Hope Fund, which later got a rename to Where's My Riot?
Very good.
Where the hell is my riot?
Apparently they also had a stand at one of the conventions that were held in 2003.
Oh, wow. I read about that on the bbc.co.uk Farscape website. There was an interview with the 3 women. I think it was 3 women who ran that campaign.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it's 3 women, to be honest. It's, considering what I've heard about the fan base of Farscape.
Farscape succeeded in its mission. To sort of go for an audience that Star Trek generally did not, which is a lot of horny people. Well, actually, that's not completely fair. There's a lot of horny people in the Star Trek fandom. But to explicitly appeal to women. More so even than men. And that's one of the things that makes it such a joy and so refreshing.
Science fiction was traditionally a male domain. Rockney and I talked about how would we bring a female audience in. And the way we decided to do that was with strong female characters. Our female characters outnumber the men, always have. And if you watch the show, you'll realize that not one single woman takes an order from a single man. It's usually the other way around.
Prepare to starburst!
Fun to push the button, isn't it?
It is. So, I mean, I guess we don't really have a place to go from here because there's no beautiful intro, outro, cold start, anything to talk about.
And I've got something to help us with that, which is coming up right here.
Dun-dun-dun.
The last issue of the So Farscape magazine, episode as you call them. Which includes polls taken among the fans for like their favorite episodes, favorite characters, favorite moments, which I think is also really interesting to look at.
Oh, yes. So we have Farscape, the complete Farscape guide, inside your companion to the entire series, plus Glenn Browder, Claudia Black, Wayne Pygram, and more.
So
special 100-page collector's issue.
As you were complaining about how it would be tricky to find or to see all the episodes of season 4 on your little phone screen,
yes,
you've got them in here. You've got to flip a bit.
All right, yeah. So it starts off with the uncharted territories, or the last word of David Kemper.
Aww.
We got a lot of mileage out of that picture of like cartoon John twisting the gun around. I mean, I think that's it. That was definitely in the previous episode, and which had a very interesting article about that entire episode.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. Oh well, just about just how the production was set up and how it was like they had to like start this one way in advance because of the lead time that they had on the animation work. And very much what you just said about how episodes are written 3 times. If this was even stronger in that regard, how they set it up with and how they changed what they wanted. Because first when they actually did the ADR for it before they
filmed the live action. Oh,
before they filmed the live action, they started off with giving something for the animators to work with.
Yeah,
and then they went through the whole production process. And in Act 1, there's like a large continuous sequence in animation, and they found that was starting to get a little bit boring if they did that in Act 2 and like 3 as well, as they originally planned. So then they started intercutting it more and more with the live action and then working with the transitions.
Oh, right.
Between that. So that was, and yeah, how much work that was, especially also in post-production and how there's like unused material, which didn't make it, which was animated, but never made it into the episode.
Yeah. Like, that's even more disproportionately costly than deleted scenes on live action.
We have a interview with Gigi Edgley.
Oh, bless.
Oh, lovely sign of a shot of... Is that the one with... No, that's Don Quixote.
A sword and a fluffy hat.
Color of grey with salted plain.
Oh, gosh, I love this. The one where she's got the disguised as a redhead.
Oh, that bringing home the beacon, I think it was.
That's a fantastic look for her.
Now, I know it's not your colour, but...
Yeah, she's got that whole sort of cerulean look. She looks like an anemone.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And here we have John's football helmet and...
that helmet.
We're getting a lot of mileage out of that helmet. I mean, I have to say, this is like from the first to the last episode, at least of the regular run, we've been able to get some mileage out of that. Oh, good look. Oh, you look at these. It's like all the Scarons on...
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yes.
I think that's 2 versions even of Duncan Young.
Oh.
Because he was one of the early ones. Oh, what was he called? I think it was the Interrogator.
Oh, yes.
And he's also Emperor Stalik.
Ah, okay.
Oh, no, he was Axicor, who pretended to be one of the hot robots that young Kaki really had some
absolutely
special private thoughts about.
Open your armor.
Yes. What were they? The something hunters. Oh, I don't even remember. I'm sure Axicor knows. The beloved listener who actually picked their online screen presence name from this character. Kurishi. That's right.
To prove you're a Koreshi.
Oh, Q&A with Brian Henson.
Hey, we don't get to hear from Brian Henson often enough.
The question is, what areas did Farscape open up for the company? Every show has its own audience, its own expectations, and its own franchise value. Farscape proved to have a very committed fan following. And as the show goes on to wider and wider audience will be proven to be visionaries. They spotted this uniquely creative piece up front, which does not answer the question in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, one imagines that he was like still in his cups, reeling with sadness over the loss of this project.
Very well
that he.
Possible. Although, I mean, this was released May 2003, and this one was April-May 2003. So these two were released very close together.
It was a monthly magazine, bi-monthly.
Right. Yeah. Still.
Yeah, and came to a conclusion with what you're holding here, which, hey, for those of you who are used to skipping our fanfiction episodes, which, respect, you can do whatever you like, maybe not skip this next one, because what you're holding now also contains a story called Horizons, which was, until the release of the miniseries, the canonical conclusion to Farscape. Written,
very good.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting, yes.
By Rockne S. O'Bannon. So that's coming next week.
I would definitely recommend... I've not read it yet, but I would definitely recommend that people listen into that one. Maybe we should, push that a little bit more towards our listeners.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot, right?
Yeah, there's so much. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, there's no homework here for you. This is just for you to enjoy. And if you need a little sort of reflection on which episodes there were,
So,
and we can also look at there's a couple of fan polls. If you look at the table of context, does it say like their favorite episode, favorite storyline, something like that?
Oh, it's not mentioned exactly on the so interviews. Creature Shop, Farscape Art, Farscape Reader poll results. Yes.
Yeah.
76.
God,
and then they don't put page numbers on it.
Yeah, they're not on every page, and they're kind of weirdly designed.
Wow, that's tiny.
Yeah.
76.
So it's a 100-page episode, so it'd be the 3/4 mark there.
All right, here we go. Create a viewers poll and they will vote or something. And you did, in the hundreds. Which increased the poor Farscape editor's workload no end, but he forgives you. Call went out in issue 10. Rack those brains and pick your Farscape favorites.
Wow, this must have been on postcards and snail mail.
I guess. Yeah.
It doesn't sound... No. It's not terribly much work to do an electronic poll and get those results. But what have we got? What have we got?
Favorite Moya crew member. Analysis. Pilot was winning for ages, but then the ultimate winner just sneaked in at the end.
Wait, what's your favorite?
Oh.
And see how we compare to the fans.
Oh. But didn't we do this a while ago?
Yeah, but now it's season 4 and we've seen the whole series.
Oh, favorite crew member.
Yeah.
That's a difficult one.
1812 counts, by the way. Just in case you were...
Well, Pilot is indeed a very strong contender. So is Rigel. Oh, it's very difficult. I mean, I can make a case for almost everybody. Well, not for Stark, but...
What?
I mean, I could make a case for him, but it wouldn't be a very strong one.
It would be a nut case. But You'd make an enemy out of Ben Browder, whose favorite he was.
Oh, okay. I mean, favorite. If I actually had to pick, it would probably be Pilot. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I was even thinking, Crace kind of counts.
I was thinking,
kind of counts.
Crace was also like high up there. That was.
And honestly, I really liked.
On the other hand, Scorpius is all.
Yeah.
Is the
I mean, yes. Yeah.
Harvey. No.
Oh, wow.
No.
I was going to say Jewel. I really like Jewel's arc.
What's your name?
Julushko Two-Night Fenta Havalis.
What do they call you for short?
My whole name.
And Sikozu.
Sikosu Savala Shanti Sogesi Shanu.
I won't say necessarily that I liked her arc, but she was a very refreshing sort of character on science fiction because she was uncompromising. Right? It wasn't that she utterly rejected... No, she did utterly reject the crew, but not out of preconception. She did, dip her toe into becoming part of this family and say, no, that's not for me. No, we're not...
No,
we are not compatible.
Yep.
The ship will be dead soon.
So, let's see. Favorite movie Moya crew member.
What are the fans say?
Joint 8th place, we have DRD 1812.
Yeah! That's my boy!
Zahn, Jewel, and Stark.
Oh, wow. Joint 8th.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 7th place, joint DRDs and Moya.
All the DRDs and Moya. Okay, yeah.
Just DRDs in general, I guess, with 2% of the vote. In 6th place, Chana with 6% of the vote. In 5th place, Dargo with 9% of the vote. In 4th place, Rigel with 16% of the vote.
Oh, wow.
And 3rd place, Aaron with 19% of the vote. And in... Well, do you want the first or the second place first?
Do the second one.
Okay, 20% of the vote, Pilot, and 22% of the vote, John.
Just inched out ahead
yes. there. So John had probably like a late write-in campaign or something along the lines.
Oh, wait, if we could have split the vote by asking which John, and then Pilot would be on top.
Do you love John Crichton?
Right, which one are they?
Yes, totally.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why, you gotta love two-party systems.
Hey, I wonder if we did provide that option, Moya John, Talon John, or both.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, Green John had the least amount of real time, I guess. I mean, depends on which one you can...
standalone episodes.
True. Wait, am I getting it right?
Moya John was Green John.
Oh, sorry, then I mean Black John.
Oh, okay.
Dargo green or black?
Well, the black, of course. I mean, far be it from me to say, but I've always thought that the cut of that green shirt doesn't suit the shape of your body.
Black John sounds like a pirate.
You can't say who the real one, because they're equal.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, equal and identical, I believe the phrase was that they used for that.
And original. And tasty.
Oh, yes, they're both the original. All right, for favorite Farscape episode, season 1. Okay, I'm not going to do the entire line again, because that's way too...
No, and we're doing a season 4 retrospective. So do you have a contender? Because if you need a reminder, there is a page with all the season 4 episodes.
Oh, okay, so we'll go to season 4 then. Favorite... Yeah. Oh, no, female and male. Favorite Farscape episode, season 2. Character and villain. Sexiest character. Oh, that sounds like a good one.
Natira.
Blue eyes. So soft. Very rare. What the frill is that?
Oh, no, wait. Sorry, Axicor.
You know your comrade. Tell me, which one of you does he care for most?
Me, of course.
Sorry, yeah, John again, as wins. I know, right, yeah.
Which John? USDA Prime Beef.
But it's, 2 Chana, 3 Aaron, 4 Crace, 5 Natira.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love red eyes. Very sensual. Very unusual.
Oh, wow.
6 Sikozu and Jelena, and 7 Rigel, Scorpius, Dargo, everybody else, basically.
Everybody else. Okay, well, they sound like they're having the most fun in their hotel room orgy.
Yeah, favorite villain. First place, Scorpius.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Second, Crace. Then Braca and Narita. Then Graza and Furlough.
Furlough! Yeah!
You know, the ability to create a stable wormhole travel through space and time would be incredibly
Profitable.
Probably.
And
2 episodes and a fucking legend.
Durka, yeah, betrayer.
Yes, how dare you?
And Harvey is also in last place, among the last place.
Oh, that's
Right.
undeserved.
No, I agree. Right, so favorite alien race. The Nibari win that one. Followed
they
by
certainly have, like, the
Serbaceans,
hottest looks.
Scarans, yeah.
They look like an Aha music video.
Yes, Delvians, pilots.
Oh yeah, we have some multiple.
Hynerians, Leviathans, and then it starts becoming loads of different
The obscure
shared places.
ones.
Yeah.
Like the Hanji.
Hanji? I don't believe you.
What's a Hanji?
Oh, I'm a sweet transvestite.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you remember
they're in shared 10th place.
You want the show.
Or maybe even the very last new creature that we saw.
Oh yeah, the pilot from planet
Kujaga.
Yeah. I was going to say yes. I was going to say planet Spa, but
yeah, like this was in the visual companion book. David Kemper was fulsome in his praise of Dave Elsey, and Dave Elsey was equally as fulsome in his praise of the team. Like they were both delighted that while it sucked to get cancelled, it was kind of awesome for Farscape to get cancelled on a moment where a brand new alien is introduced. It's like absolutely mind blowing. It was an original creation with absolutely no direction from.
It was just like go nuts.
Yep. This was just something that the team came up with. Like he had this idea of like puzzle piece people with sort of variable
too
payload.
many eyes. Yeah. All right. So the favorite Farscape episode, season 4.
Well, what's yours?
Well, oh gosh, let me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is like okay. The poll is only for the first 11 episodes because those.
Oh wow! Yes.
Because when the poll was in, only 11 episodes had been aired. So.
Oh, okay, so
it's only the first half of the season.
All
right.
So that gets us up to Earth.
So he claims to be a human from a planet called Earp.
That gets us up to Unrealized Reality Part 1.
Time. Sup.
Oh, so just barely hovering over Earth, what turns out to be 1970-something, 80-something.
Right. So then they knew that, just before the season break. Okay, season 4 started off quite different from what we've been seeing in season 3, with being, I won't say much more episodal, but trying to make it more accessible for an audience which hadn't been watching it from the beginning.
Yep, that was the goal.
So there was like looking at the list, it kind of like all the episodes feel a little bit more detached from each other, even though the plot obviously was still progressing what we were doing.
And there was even one that, in retrospect, I once again completely forgot. Natural Election, the one with the space plant.
Right, yes.
I keep forgetting that it exists.
The one where they have to shoot the plant off Moya and that...
and stick Rigel's butt through as a cork.
Yeah. Okay, so I think my strongest contenders are Coop by Clam.
Oh, did I forget to mention not to share the coital mollusks? They're to be eaten whole.
Oh, the wild one.
Which was fun as well, yeah. And, I mean, but the other one. But I think from the first half of the season, it definitely goes to John Quixote.
Just once it'd be nice to go sideways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Ben Browder behind the pen there.
And, and Chian, him and Chian are really playing well with each other. Love that.
Oh, mine's going to go to... Kublai Khan is very tempting. And, of course, I Shrink, Therefore I Am is also really high up there. That's the one with the Karishi bounty hunters and their shrink ray.
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
Super hot, but also, like, Rigel's screed against Sikozu's observation that, hey, shrinking doesn't make any sense.
But I simply cannot
Neither
comprehend
can
how that...
I. Who cares? We're here, they did it, and that's that. You consider yourself intelligent?
Yes, I do.
Then stop behaving like a child.
I am not a child.
No, you're an infant. You've studied, but you haven't experienced. You know nothing of life.
And you do?
I've been around long enough to know how ignorant I am. I don't assume the universe obeys my preconceptions. But I know a thrilling fact when it hits me in the face.
Oh, yeah.
But it clearly did happen, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, which was truly excellent. But, It even had like promises, which was very good. But my favorite is Lava's a many splendid thing.
Really?
On the lava planet, yes.
Oh.
More bad news.
Same dread, different planet.
Yep, we're trapped. Again.
With the piles of puke.
Right.
And Narenti doing his thing, because it's just rollicking fun.
Well, it does have the scene where Narenti does the mental imaging of the guys.
The amazing dance.
Yes.
So cool.
And the full Monty.
Yes.
Okay, so
With
let's have a
great
look-see. You said Lava's a many splendid thing. Fifth place, 8% of the vote.
Not too bad.
Let's see. Coop by Clam was 7th place.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Together with Natural Election, 5% of the vote.
Wait, wow.
Yeah.
The utterly forgettable... Oh, no, that's probably mean. There's probably a lot of fun to be had there.
And let's see, therefore, third place, I Shrink Therefore I Am, 13% of the vote. Second place, 23% of the vote, Unrealized Reality, which I, in retrospect, yes,
yeah,
also...
actually, hold on.
Also damn good, yeah.
Really, really good.
And in first place, Don Quixote, with
Yeah.
27% of the vote. So like a quarter of all the people in the vote preferred that episode as the best one in first half of the season 4.
Okay, I'm actually coming back from my vote now. And it's not because I've heard any episode here that I think that's better than Lava's a Many Splendid Thing.
Yeah.
But because, like you, I just didn't think about Unrealized Reality as an episode. And I also didn't think about Crichton Kicks, the first episode, as a... And I actually really kind of love that. Crichton Kicks is awesome. You've got the...
Got 2% of the vote.
It's got him...
Want some of this? Yeah. Grade A prime American beef. Come on, damn you!
Of course, yes.
And in the beard, and it's got the reunion Rigel with his shiner. Everybody sort of stumbling back after trying to make it on their own. Actually, mine's going to go to Crichton Kicks. I really loved it.
Okay, there you go. So, yes.
Part 2 of season 2, though, there's no poll to support us.
There is no. So part 2, and then we'll have to see if the second half wins or not. Which I guess it's very hard not to, but... okay, so we've got Kansas, which was fun.
Oh, Kansas, yeah.
Kansas was really good. I liked that a lot. That was...
Yes, no, bite me. That's all I need to know.
R.S. S. This girl is slow.
Let's see, Twice Shy was a bit of a bottle episode with the spider lass.
What is sexy? Oh, a girl as beautiful as you shouldn't have to ask that. Sexy is, sexy. You like sexy? Yeah.
Let's see, Mental as Anything. It had its moments, but generally speaking, I wasn't too keen on it.
Tasmania with Katoya. Macton deserves to die!
Also very much a bottle show.
Yeah, and it had the weird... like
the pajamas were...
The pajamas were fine, I don't care about that. It was more like the weird antagonism between... that was or was not created between What's-His-Face and our cast. Who, the guy who was specifically there to piss off Rigel, and the guy who was who had his beef with Dargo.
Never clear whether that was like accidental or intentional.
Yeah. Let's see. Then there's
the We're So Screwed trilogy as well.
Right. Bringing Home the Beacon was very good.
Yep. That's mine. Girls' Night.
Girl power.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it was amazing, and also like introducing Akna and the sort of huge political moves that were being introduced, and the introduction of the Striker.
Oh,
they only heard it.
Do you hear that? Certainly do. Unusual sonic pattern, double-winged. Sounds like a striker. I agree.
So
yes.
These weird engines. Oh yeah, and then we find out later that it has a unique propulsion system. Like, handy that.
Let's see. That wasn't... okay, let's see what else we got.
Constellation of Doubt was wild.
That was...
With the television?
Oh, yes. The television. Oh, yeah. That was a tricky episode. I'll put it like that. Let's see. Prayer was interesting. That was had a lot of Scorpius versus...
Intense.
Yeah. And especially with the Bizarro Universe people being mistreated, let's put it like that.
Yeah. This is how Scorpius gets things done.
Right.
And of course, an absolute tour de force for
Claudia Black. Yes. I mean, yeah, they were going to die anyway. We know that. So, but that still doesn't make it right to like mistreat them the way they were. But on the other hand, it's like the least evil, the least evil, I guess.
And this is what John brought Scorpius for.
True.
He can get things done that John historically hasn't.
We're So Screwed was fun because Noranti got to do her thing. It's like, oh no, I actually released the Deadly Plague.
Oh, poor Noranti. Like it's a really good season, isn't it?
It is.
It's got some bangers in it. We went to Earth. Like it
like,
really is, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not quite fair because I literally just finished editing that podcast episode for Bad Timing. So that one's the freshest in my memory, of course.
But that was the case because it had been renewed for the 4th and 5th season.
Yeah,
and there was no plan to finish on the 4th season. But like there was a significant jump in cost from season 3 to season 4.
Yeah,
that I think was. I mean, it went. I don't think it went HD, but it did go to 720p and was filmed in widescreen. A more future-proof format.
Right, and they're a little bit more gregarious with the sets and everything.
Yeah. And so there was a real attempt to sort of reintroduce the show and make it accessible to new audiences, which didn't wind up materializing. And it may have to do with like Stargate growing in popularity.
Right.
But then, okay, so
Ben Browder and Claudia Black jumped ship to Stargate.
They were eventually invited on. Well, this is many years later, but like there are very many perspectives on the cancellation. The official party line was that it was just too expensive and the ratings weren't strong enough to. We really did want to continue, said Bonnie Hammer, president of Sci-Fi, which nobody completely believed. It is a little bit corporate-y bullshit. Right. But so there was Sci-Fi Channel wanted to really reduce costs for the next season, so they suggested doing a 13-episode season, which we were trying to do with all of their series.
Okay.
To get a 13-episode season. I mean, that's ultimately where we wound up going, right?
Right. I mean, a lot of TV is doing that now again.
Yeah.
Like moving away from the old style 80s and 90s where, you had a season, which a show was on a half year and off a half year, basically.
Yeah.
And now it's, going more to like 11, 12, 13.
Yep.
As opposed to British TV.
Well, yes, which had one weekend's worth of episodes per decade.
Right. I mean, like, what's the difference between a UK and an American detective series?
I don't know.
American series, they solve 6 crimes per episode. In a UK detective series, they solve 1 crime per 6 episodes.
Oh, there we go. At the same time, there was a lot of sort of ownership finagling, like the Henson Company had a new owner, like EMTV or something, some European financial consortium. And there was some weird hardball being played between these various parties.
Yeah.
Because some of them wanted more episodes for international syndication, and some of them wanted lower costs, and some of them wanted... the way David Kemper described it, like there were 2 weeks where he was pretty sure that the show was getting cancelled. And then there was 2 weeks where he was definitely sure that it was going to be a 5th season.
Uh-huh.
And it was just a torturous period where ultimately...
Yeah, he couldn't really do and say anything. He just had to make it work and keep going and keep lobbying, I guess, to keep the show going.
Yeah, and calling with all of these various these factors, the studio, the financier, the network, the broadcasters, to try and figure out and keep each of them happy. And I think finally it was like the financiers who owned the Henson Company sort of tried to big dog Sci-Fi Channel, and then Sci-Fi Channel backed out, or the other way around.
Right. Huh. Okay. Shame.
Yes, exactly. It was all solvable. But the Save Farscape campaign got in there early. So these announcements came in just as the first part of season 2 was finished, or season 4 was finished,
right.
Just before the second part of season 4 started airing. And it was thanks to the effort of the Save Farscape campaign that at the very least, when the sets were struck, they weren't destroyed.
Yes.
The most significant ones, and very importantly, the props were put into storage.
Right, as opposed to the normal procedure, which is scrap it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because storage for sets of that size is very expensive. You have to buy a new warehouse for all of it.
Mostly, yeah. I mean, it's interesting that they would destroy the props because, there's a long-standing tradition of props from certain movies and TV series showing up in other ones.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they go into a big bucket where anyone can pick from them. And you don't get them back, though, because they get repainted and distressed. So you can't get them back once they go in the bucket.
Yeah. Okay. So let us see.
Oh yes, we had a thing that we were doing. Did we? Yeah. Which was your favorite episode?
Oh, I thought.
Oh, you picked one already.
I thought I said it was bad. I had to go with bad timing.
Oh. Sorry, I thought you said bad timing as a sort of theme for the entire series, and that's why
that's why they called it the episode "Bad Timing." It was originally meant to be called something else.
No Turning Back.
That's it. Yeah, and then they went like bad timing is probably a better one.
Oh, amazing!
You and your timing.
Your timing is terrible.
And mine was Bringing Home the Beacon because Girls' Night. I loved it so much.
Yes,
but actually,
is that the first time we see Grazer? No, of course.
No. She's introduced way at the beginning.
Yeah. That's right.
As Rebecca Riggs, a fantastic character.
Captain
Commandant
Cleaveridge, yes, with her boob sweats with mystical properties.
Oh, and I think of all the villains, she probably treats Crichton the worst.
I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean... Depends on by what metric you judge it, I guess.
Oh God, yeah. we have no knowledge to base that on. Fortunately, happily.
Yeah.
But hey, this season was all about closing the door to Earth. Like a season 5, as you can tell from where the show was going, was going to feature the Scarans in a very major way.
Mm-hmm.
So they were being really set up here after having been gradually introduced. But season 4's like main thrust was to force Crichton to make the choice between home and the girl, basically.
Right, yeah.
Which I just listened to the commentary track for Bad Timing, which was filmed after the series was completed.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, after I think the miniseries was even filmed with David Kemper, Ben Browder, and Claudia Black. And they talk about, like, it sounds sort of silly and even a bit misogynistic to say that a dude has to choose between home and the girl. But taking it more broadly, when a person marries, sometimes they move far away from their home. Like, they leave their home country, state.
Yeah.
And that's a choice that one has to make. And you just don't come back from that, right?
No, you can never go home again, is what they say. Even if you do go there, it's like it's never the same anymore.
Yeah.
So, which actually comes out very good in Bad Timing. Like when he's like talking to his father, it's like, you realize like, okay, this is not. I mean, it already happens of course, in Kansas and Terra Firma.
Yeah.
That when he starts to learn, this is not the Earth that I left.
And I'm not the man who left the Earth, right? He's no longer compatible with this place either. And Erin, for her sake, either. She tries.
Yeah.
She really does try.
And given the different circumstances, she probably would have gone to Earth with him.
Yes. She would have made it work.
Yeah. So,
but I think probably not by fully assimilating, right?
No.
I think a lot about her coming to the Crichton sisters' home and like returning the box of clothes that she was given to borrow while she's wearing her leathers, and she thought, this is just more me.
Doesn't feel like me, yeah.
Yeah, which fully respect.
They didn't suit you, huh?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just, I'm more comfortable in these. It's what I am, I guess. And I brought the books as well. I really appreciate it. Everything.
And then in the end, he has to...
You've got an awful lot of that rain stuff here, don't you?
I like it. Like, had she never been deployed planetside before? Or is rain rare?
She was a pilot, so I guess maybe
that's
not.
True.
Yeah, which makes you wonder what makes her such a good assassin.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, I was recently given a gift by our beloved listener, Ruth, and I'll send it to you. What it is, it's a rip of a promotional CD-ROM. In the early season 1, that was distributed. So there's a few video clips and
very nice,
descriptions of the characters. And it included for Erin Sun that she's a member of the Icarian company Plizar Regiment.
Officer Erin Sun. Special Peacekeeper Commando, Icarian company Plizar Regiment.
And that the Plizars are sent in first. They're always at the front, first in, last out.
Okay.
I don't really see anything from, but that's supposedly where she gets
because we never see her in her native element, really. Only on the rare occasion that they are in peacekeeper territory, they're either infiltrating or captured. So we
do get the flashback, the way we weren't.
True.
But that's always in a spacecraft.
Exactly. That's always about very personal stuff. No action, no deployment, nothing like that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if she ever has set foot on a planet before she must have done? Oh, I don't know. Fascinating.
It might just not have been raining, I guess. There's lots of places where it doesn't seem to rain very often.
Yeah, they seem to do all right.
Like where Furlough lives, or...
Yep.
All the commerce planets seem to be mainly underground. You know, you land in the spaceport, it's like the ship goes into the hangar, you walk to the bar.
Oh, yes, the bar of
yes,
the planet.
and the marketplace.
Oh, I do love commerce planets. But yeah, then the series ends with John closing that door and wishing them luck. Like, I still think about... they talked about that, Ben Browder and David Kemper, about that final scene.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
John, where are you?
Serenity Base.
Serenity Base?
Yeah, the moon.
Which Kent McCord's part had been filmed during Terra Firma and was locked in. And then the show had changed and, like, other emotions had to be brought to the fore. And Ben Browder talked about how, like, he was so impressed with Kent McCord's performance. Like, it was so heartfelt and heart-wrenching. But when he was on the set, like, there were wind machines for some reason blowing around to... I don't know, to give some sort of sense of weightlessness to his suit.
Oh, okay.
And he had fans going inside his helmet that were really whirring really loudly.
Oh, yeah.
And then from 100 yards away with a megaphone, there was like Peter Andrikidis or I think it was the assistant director sort of yelling Kent McCord's lines.
I love you.
I love you, son!
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, Dad.
The heart and soul of my life, son.
You're the heart and soul of my life!
Wow.
So, the fact that he, too, got a sort of heart-wrenching performance out of that under those circumstances is a testament to the extreme fortitude that Australia instills in its even visiting actors.
And, of course, Brent Browder's talent as an actor.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just mentioning Australia reminded me that we got some messages from some of our beloved listeners.
Right. Oh, I was going to say, did we get any questions?
We got a couple.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't I also didn't announce it earlier on enough, I think, but I got a few messages that I wanted to share with you.
All right.
We'll start with one from Sarah. Now, this was a direct message that she sent to me, which I'm not entirely sure was meant to be read on air, but I can't resist, and you're about to understand why. Sarah says, "Hi, thank you so much for your podcast. A really cute guy and I started talking about Farscape, and he got me on the podcast. And now I'm listening and using it as a reason to try to talk and flirt with him. So say hi to Nathan for me." Hi, Nathan. Isn't that lovely?
That is lovely, yes.
20 years after this series concludes, and it's still bringing people together.
I mean, I guess they're going to have the experience that... we've been having that,
yes, exactly.
One person who's a great long-standing fan and the other person getting to see it for the first time.
Yes. Oh, and we have one from Rick from the Delta Quadrant. Who used the synopsis Dropbox and mentioned it's not a synopsis. And Rick says, "Kia ora, Kaki and Kay." So he's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Right? That's a Maori greeting. Or I should say Aotearoa, the correct name of New Zealand. "Congrats on getting to the end of Season 4. I just wanted to let you know that I really enjoy the podcast. I've been listening since the beginning." Wow. "Farscape is literally the best thing ever, and it's great to hear two people who appreciate it almost as much as I do. Thank you for laughing at my synopses. And by the way, I come from a land far away in the Delta Quadrant, where adventure is pronounced adventure, and so it naturally rhymes with dementia."
Okay.
And he says, "Best of luck with your future projects." Cheers, Rick from the Delta Quadrant.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you for all your many limericks and contributions to our program. And now we actually have a few questions.
All right, bring it on.
These come from Black Rain. Thank you, Black Rain. "If you had the chance to go to the Farscape universe, or just that section of the universe where it's based, would you?"
Ooh.
And there's also specifications like, would you want to live in that section of space with those kinds of aliens, and if you could have a spaceship to travel around in?
I guess none of the places are on their own enough that I would just want to live for the rest of my life. Well, maybe the Purple Pan People
I was
planet.
just thinking about eating just crab and going swimming all day and learning to do cool dances.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. But yeah,
and being swept up in a religious power struggle and fervor is maybe not that.
Fair, true.
Look around, Dargo. There's a lot worse places. Since I left my home, I've been hunted, beaten, locked up, shanghaied, shot at. I've had alien creatures in my face, up my nose, inside my brain, down my pants. This is the first time, first place where I found peace.
Yes, I would think I'd like to go there, but yes, probably only if I got to travel around. So maybe have little Talon around or something.
Oh my God. That would be an interesting journey. I think I'd do okay on the breakaway colonies.
Try him. He seems to love kissing.
Which one's that?
Look at the princess.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Just like a slightly modern medieval world with lots of kissing. I mean...
I am never leaving this world.
Okay, yeah. Did you hear yourself?
Yeah, no.
Right?
I mean, we've no idea what life is there like for regular people.
That's always a problem with these kinds of shows. We see a very narrow sliver.
Yes, we only see what it's like in the bar.
The bar. Oh, yeah. So definitely not Litigara, the planet of lawyers.
Certain Litigarans, specifically those with blue eyes, are very careful not to go out on such nights. The burn they get is very painful.
Party planet?
Party planet? Huh.
What happened?
What didn't happen?
Oh, God, there were girls, right? Feathered chicks, the Rainbow Coalition.
Girls' breasts, blue breasts, green breasts, I don't know. All I know is they spiked our drinks and took our money.
They rolled us?
Yeah, they rolled us.
Now, there is the extremely dark edge of the
sexist
crime
scumbags,
and the bodily abuse, and the people being drugged at parties and just the absolute worst part.
That happens here as well, so that's you can't call that indicative of the entire planet.
No, they do have excellent fashion sense.
There's that. Mm-hmm. Although apparently it's very cold on the beaches there during the parties. So.
Hell, even Australia has its winter.
Yeah. Let's see other places that I would like to
This
visit.
is fascinating.
Yeah,
Kyvan's shop.
Don't go empty-handed. I want to give you this. Now that's a better image, don't you think?
There's a lot of shopping. Everybody just loves shopping.
Everybody's always shopping, yes. Like you're buying weird paintings, we're buying stuff that you're not really supposed to dip your fingers in. There's like,
that Delvian colony with the trigger pods.
This trigger pod is mythic. Oh, you say it's called vegetable?
I know. Also, power struggle.
Yeah, exactly. More of that. Definitely not the planet where they mine the Chakan oil.
We're going to celebrate. It's rest day tomorrow.
Like, thank God it's Friday again.
Yeah,
definitely not that one.
No, because they did sort of liberated at the end, but the PKs are...
Yeah, they're coming back. If that's where they get their gun oil from, then...
Oof.
Yeah.
Not Dambada, way too hot.
Well, if we go straight out that way, there's a truly outstanding expanse of sand.
Sand, eh?
Just as much as you could want.
There are plenty of things I want at the moment. Sand isn't one of them.
I mean, there's like
That's
a couple
Furlough's
of...
planet.
Yeah. The settlement looks kind of like fun, Well, with lots of varied people.
It's a Burning Man kind of way,
Yeah, it's a bit Tatooine-esque, if anything, kind of rough around the edges, but lots of hot weather and like weird people running around. I mean, then there's the the planet of the dead people, which is also not a very fun one.
God doesn't understand. We want the stone.
No, I don't want to go anywhere dark.
No.
Right, so also the
Taking Stone, Taking Stone Planet, also not very good. Wouldn't really want to live on a dead Budong.
It's got these pustule things filled with acid mucus.
Yeah, we got it. We got that one. It ain't edible.
Or a dead Leviathan.
Yeah. There's loads of creepy places. So, actually, it's not that nice there, is it?
It really isn't.
And then you've got the Tormented Space, which has actually a few nice planets.
Did it?
Oh, I think so. I mean, did they have nice planets?
Moya and Talon are pretty dark. Unless you get Traltix, with his more light.
I need more light!
Oh, yes, but that was like flying through like a solar cluster or whatever it was. But yeah, no, I guess not.
This is depressing to think about. Like this show that I love so much, and it's taken us to all these places, and we actually don't want to
go there. No, it's like, but yes, I mean,
because it's so perilous.
Everything, yeah, everybody's always miserable. No, we wouldn't necessarily have to be, because I'd hope that no insane military commanders would be chasing us.
I was going to say, like, how hard can it be to avoid? But it's happened to John like 3 times.
Yeah, well, they're all kind of related.
Yeah, it's just an endless series. So it starts off, insane military commander.
You charged my brother's prowler in that white death pot of yours.
Wait a minute. You talking about that near miss I had the first minute I got here? That was an accident.
There was no near miss for my brother.
Then the next one.
That man.
Then the next one.
You continue to amaze me.
And honestly, I think if season 5 had happened, it would have been military Acna.
Yes, probably.
To separate me from my lover.
The war minister. So it just keeps going. I don't know if it's safe for us as squishy humans, so that's why I'm still thinking breakaway colonies.
It's a whole world designed for your rutting instincts.
I mean, if you had to go there, then yeah, that would definitely plans of the planet of the purple pant people.
That's you.
That's if I had to go there, then that would be like if drop me off there. Yeah, I'd be down with that.
All right, I guess we'll just hop back and forth sometimes.
Take up wood carving or something, and
oh yeah, I bet whittling is a good one.
So yes,
okay.
more questions.
Yes, thank you, Black Red. Next question is: who has been your favorite alien / alien species so far, and who's been the least favorite?
Oh well, did we just cover that during the?
I think a little bit. So like my little sort of complicated feelings for Axicor and in general. I'm sure that this is an interesting episode to listen to for the person who actually named themselves Axicor, so you're welcome for that.
Ah, yes. Let's see, where is it?
Kurishi.
Let's have a quick look at how this polled.
Oh, wait, there's a poll for that.
No, not for aliens, but I'm just like trying to look at the... I'm kind of surprised that you didn't mention Namtar.
Oh, whoa! Namtar! Wow, that is a blast from the past. Yeah, the DNA mad scientist with his kangaroo legs and his very curious propensity for upgrading himself.
I have temporarily turned my nerve receptors from pain to pleasure.
I mean, is aliens even the right word to use? When there is a single human.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, 1.5 humans.
He is American, so that makes perfect sense.
Oh, God, yeah, that's true.
It's like, I'm not the alien, everybody else is the alien.
Check out the critter.
Critter?
Critter? What's your problem?
Sorry. Offense is not taken.
Right, but in a world where, like, everybody's from different species, aren't they just called people?
I think so, yes. No, totally.
Because there are... Let me see. In total, there are 78 human chromosomes in this entire section of the universe.
Honey, give me a break. I'm weak. I'm human. I'm a guy.
So here we have, yes, there was a poll about favorite alien race.
Oh, whoa.
Number 1 in the polling is Nebari, which I'm kind of like
leaning
towards. Although that's mainly because of Chiana and that other hottie. But in general, the Nebari are very unpleasant people. So
yes. But their rebels do look amazing.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The look is fantastic. But yeah, it's kind of amazing that the Nebari didn't wind up being developed as a major antagonist. But I guess like that could have also happened with Traltics, could have happened with a few others, I think.
Yes. Let's see. I mean, the Vocarian blood trackers were pretty good, too.
You're no help, Beckish. Why don't you fell off? I would have found it by now if it wasn't for you clumping around behind me.
Oh, in hindsight, they were really fun.
Yes.
They did do the torture on Dargo, though.
True, but again, that's like you could bring that down to personal thing. But yeah, I love how, like, again, in the magazine, there was a little thing about the best trackers in the world, but not too bright. Like, we'll split the money, 70-40. 70-40? Okay, 80-40. Yes, which they kind of then agreed to. Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, and I also love that she already does the sniffing. Rourke, I think is the female, does all the sniffing and the tracking in that episode already, and it's just not mentioned.
No.
It would be easy to overlook the scent of Hynerian and Dalvian beneath the mask of Nebari on you.
Let's see. There was the Charids, which, whatever. Bannock, meh. Scarans, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call them my favorite aliens, you know? I mean, they're good villains, but I wouldn't call them... depends on what...
favorite?
Again, like we said before, what metric are we judging them by? It's like how they look, how they...
Like that you would like to hang out with, or that you'd like to Netflix and chill with, if that's your thing.
No, yes.
Or that... Like, I think the Scarrans are really interesting. Like, we've got some really interesting...
But I wouldn't want to hang out with them.
No, exactly. I don't want any of that. And I mean, I was going to say I don't want to Netflix and chill with them, but hey, that's kind of a limited perspective. I might be able to do it. You don't know what they're into.
True.
I'm not talking about the sex thing. That was great, but I'm not talking about it.
Mivonks are not external, so maybe they're doing interesting stuff.
I mean, as for Netflix and chill without the innuendo, I mean, the person I'd most want to do that with is Pilot. Yeah.
I was just waiting for you to get to the P so I could say Pilot along with you.
I don't get out much, so I read.
It's like popcorn, Netflix, and just like,
and just have a giant holographic screen in his camera, and like, oh, look at this bit. And what would you show Pilot?
Oh, geez.
I mean, I've been showing you Farscape. What would be up Pilot alley?
What would be Pilot? I think you'd want to go.
Oh, I have a suggestion.
Yeah,
Flying Doctors.
That would be. I mean, I was going to go towards something like Yellowstone, or
right,
just like something with beautiful. I mean, interesting character dramas with beautiful planetary landscape, which is something that Pilot doesn't get to see a lot. I mean, he sees like everything going in between, so you wouldn't want to see him show Star Wars or anything.
Right.
So it's just like I said, like interesting character dramas or series with very beautiful scenery. That's the kind of stuff that I think would go down well with Pilot.
I think so too. And then you'd also have like D&D sessions with all the DRDs.
Oh yeah, no, the DRDs can be the little miniatures.
Oh, I think they can be players.
Okay, maybe goblins,
kobolds. I think you're talking about
goblins, kobolds, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, we've got one more question from Black Rain. Squeaking in, Black Rain really put the thinking cap on there. With the end of Farscape coming close to its end, have you all thought about what you want to work on next, or are you taking a break?
Well, now that's a bit of I won't say a loaded question, but...
So yeah, we have thought about it. We have talked about it. We have a plan that you'll hear more about pretty soon.
Yes, for the people who would still like to listen to the two of us natter on about TV programs, which won't be Farscape.
No, although it was a real idea.
To do a rewatch, yes.
Yeah. What do we do after watching Farscape? Well, we do what the rest of the fans have always done, just watch it again.
Imagine having to sell a podcast onto someone. What is the podcast about? It's two dudes watching Farscape. Oh, that could be fun for the second time. It's like, wait, yeah, they already made 100 episodes, and now they're making another 100 episodes with the entire series. But again, maybe if our fans would like to start a Save So Farscape campaign...
Wow. They've already done the Patreon. They've already shown their support, and we are definitely finishing. Obviously, this series. Oh, that reminds me of I think it's a New Zealand podcast. That's where I learned the term Aotearoa, because it was used by the hosts and the Maori greeting Kia ora. Yeah. The worst idea of all time, where the two New Zealand hosts watched the same movie every week.
Oh, I heard about that.
And review it and it's just like an existential crisis drawn out over a year. Like,
how many episodes are there?
Oh, so if you look on Wikipedia, I think it's like annual or like yes, they did one a year. So it started with Sex and the City 2 every weekend for a year, and then it was like Step Brothers or Meet the Fockers 2.
And they actually watched the movie every time.
Yep, they watched the whole thing.
Is commentary recorded while they're watching the movie? Or
no,
is it
they come in afterwards, so they have to sit through the whole thing.
All right, so they can't distract themselves by.
Nope.
Oh man, that must.
They even done live episodes where the audience also has to sit through it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nothing but admiration for that kind of dedication.
Yep. And so, like, if you look on Wikipedia, you see, like, so season 1, it was that one, season 2 was that one. For the third and final season, it was this movie. Fourth season, it was that one.
Again.
Yeah, they came back.
Wow.
They came back.
Like, yes, we've watched this movie 52 times. Let's watch it another 52 times.
And now, together with the McElroy brothers, they're doing Till Death Do Us Blart, an annual podcast once a year for American Thanksgiving. They watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Okay, I've never even heard of that.
And review it together. Very good.
Okay.
A film that I think none of them have seen Paul Blart 1.
Okay, that makes, that's the kind of thing that you would probably want to do. And then you can make all sorts of assumptions about what happened and like you make up your own little backstory. And
like Werner Herzog, when he made Bad Lieutenant 2, Port of Call, New Orleans, not having seen Bad Lieutenant 1, which he considered unnecessary for his filmmaking process. So yes, we don't want to turn our podcast into the worst idea of all time. So we're going to do something else. It's going to stay in space and it's going to stay joyous.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So thank you for those questions. So I've got one more thing.
Yes.
I've got.
Is it points?
I should have done the points.
We're gonna get a lot of mileage out of our little DRD bleep again. I had to use it quite a bit last episode too.
Was it me?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
it was you.
No, we should save the final points for the final episode. Like when we
fair
do
enough.
part 2.
Otherwise, it'll be a little bit too. There'll be not enough margin in the last 2 episodes, I guess, to work with. So we wouldn't.
And I already asked you, like, if you want to make predictions for what's gonna come next, and it's kind of tricky.
It's Star Trek. It's so Farscape.
Farscape. You've got Star Trek on the brain.
It's Farscape. So it's like, I mean, it can go anywhere and everywhere. That's the joy of it, and. Yeah, like you said, it's what's set up for a season of Scarans.
Yeah.
And if they got to do 2 miniseries of 2 hour-and-a-half long episodes, that should give them enough room to tie up any loose ends that they want to tie up, and to throw in enough new stuff that they can. I mean, we have the new aliens which showed up. It sounds like a shame that they wouldn't use that again.
You know how Farscape is,
right?
Cool things just show up and then never come back again.
Yeah, I mean, just like it's going to end up with them sitting in control on Moya, going like, wow, wasn't that weird? Like how we got like shot into shards, and then after we explained the problem, they were kind enough to vacuum us up and put us back together again. Because remember, this is a universe where people get turned to stone without any problem on a regular basis. So,
looking at his face, I wouldn't call that it was without a problem.
Well. That's because he was a human and not a Sebastian.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And you can just have the head cut off and floating in
exactly and
acid and we figured it out.
And lose a few pounds. I mean, that would be an interesting way to lose. Like you get yourself turned into a stone, then you'll get like acid dipped a little bit, lose a few pounds, and then you get turned back.
I don't want to lose the outside pounds of my body.
Yeah, fair point.
Right? Yeah. There's not specific regions that one's okay with losing. But okay, how about a quiz?
All right,
to close us off.
Bring it.
Now I've got 3 options.
Yep.
So I'm going to start with the first one, and we'll just answer some questions until you can sort of nope out of this quiz if you think they're too hard or too easy, and then we'll try the other one.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it like that. All right, so 1. This one comes from whatculture.com. I don't know that website. And it's the Impossible Farscape Quiz. How will you do?
Oh, okay.
From November 2018 by Ash Jacob. This is a thrilling, tough quiz. And it starts off with, what name did John Crichton affectionately give his pulse pistol? Was that multiple choice? Winona, Uma, Cameron, or Nigel?
Yes. Winona.
Okay, Winona, we'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Was that correct? Okay. Oh, what secret space travel formula did the ancients implant in John Crichton's head? Starburst equations, Hawking's theory of everything, wormhole technology, or black hole construction codes?
Wormhole technology.
Yeah, it's definitely not black hole construction codes, is it? Which of these things are really bad for a Sebastian? Extreme cold, extreme heat, undercooked meat, or Scarran blood?
Extreme heat.
Now, Scarran blood, hold on.
Yeah.
If you take that more broadly, was having Scarran ancestry was really bad for Scorpius, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's not a generic Sebastian thing.
I know, I'm just trying to make this honestly not impressive quiz.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, for a thrilling hard quiz, it's like, it's starting off pretty easy.
What was the name of Khal Dargo's first wife? Do you want to nope out and try the other one?
Oh,
okay, so here.
I don't know.
Minuet, Zara, Vanessa, or Lolan?
Lolan.
I do like Minuet is in there because that was the name of the woman that William Riker imagined in the excellent episode Shades of Grey, which was a bottle episode and beloved by no one. And maybe that's one that we should...
the trombone, yes.
Don't listen. We'll just have a little talk about maybe that's one.
Oh, yes.
Okay, not this one.
Okay, next one.
Next one. second of 3 options for a quiz that we have. This one is from Telltale TV. Yes, I will accept. TTT. Cancel that. Telltale TV. How well do you know Farscape? Okay. The quiz. Here we go. Which food does John Crichton insist can be eaten if it's fried? Food cubes, trigger pods, Dentix, or crackers?
Dentix.
Dentix. Very good.
Which doesn't pan out very well for him, as I recall correctly. But
he only insists that it can be. It does not turn out to be true.
What is that appalling smell?
Breakfast.
Dentix. You can't eat Dentix.
Fried Dentix. You can eat anything if it's fried.
I'll pass.
Suit yourself, Jenny Craig, but I'm hungry.
In Farscape, Season 2, Episode 5, The Way We Weren't, the flashback.
Yeah.
For Erin's past, the fugitives discover that Erin had been on Moya before. Under whose command was she serving as a peacekeeper? Bylar Crace, Tam Velarek, Zalak's son, or Talon Nitsak?
Oh, I want to say Velarek, but I'm not sure he was in command. Because Velarek was definitely the Leviathan specialist helping in the pilot transplant.
Yes, he was the project lead.
But I'm not sure she was under his command or not. Oh, might have been Crace. Could have been. Okay, I'm going to go with Velarek.
It was Crace.
It was Crace.
Yeah, Crace was there. He gave the order to execute the old pilot.
Yes,
Get
of course
your people moving.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yes, absolutely.
Get your unit working! Move!
I'm filling in Tam Velarek to see if there's a scorekeeping element.
Yeah.
Okay. Which of Moya's passengers farts helium? Zan, Dargo, Rigel, or Gianna?
Yes.
Rigel, yeah, of course.
You little toad. You had to go fart helium now? I'm nervous. It happens.
During Farscape Season 1, Episode 9. Oh, DNA mad scientist.
Please, push harder.
What does Namtar require as payment for his services?
Pilot's arm.
One of Pilot's arms. Yeah, food cubes or a DRD. Oh, no, they'd never give up a DRD. A peacekeeper soldier can hold a pregnancy in stasis for up to how many years?
Oh, okay, what are the options?
9 years, 7 years, 4 years, and 10 years.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually don't know that for sure, but 7 sounds right.
Yeah.
Those of us born on a command carrier can retain an embryonic fetus for up to 7 cycles.
So this could be from...
Perhaps 4 cycles before I met you.
Now we get somewhere. During Season 2, Episode The Locket, how long are John and Erin stuck on the planet together? 30 years, 100 years, 16 years, or 55 years?
55.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
If you don't go, you get trapped for 55 cycles. Trapped like I was.
And in Icarus Abides, how does John die? Gunshot, radiation exposure, poisoning, or old age? Each of these is accompanied by a really heart-wrenching gif, by the way. Like, this is Erin.
Icarus Abides, that's where Green John dies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so then it's radiation poisoning.
Radiation exposure, here we go.
I never felt better.
This is a pretty good quiz, this.
Yeah, no, totally.
When Crichton first arrives in the Uncharted territory, who does he kill? Talvo Crace, Bylar Crace, Celto Durka, or Fenra Teague?
The first one.
Talvo,
yeah.
Crace's brother.
Younger brother.
Yeah.
You charged my brother's prowler in that white death pod of yours.
Wait a minute. You talking about that near miss I had the first minute I got here? That was an accident.
There was no near miss for my brother.
Ooh. During Farscape Season 2, Episode 6, Crackers Don't Matter, which passenger is not affected by Traltix's light? Erin Sun, Chiana, Rigel, or John Crichton?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I don't honestly remember. So...
Yeah.
I'm gonna go... I think Dargo is the one who beats him out of it at the end, so it's been a long time.
I think that he and Dargo have that weird sort of bro moment.
Yeah.
So I think that Crichton and Dargo, so I think they're both affected.
So then it would be Rigel.
Or Chiana? I mean, she has different sensory perception than the rest of them.
And she doesn't, she can't get a tan, but she's also not affected by... so yeah, let's go with Chiana.
Oh, interesting. We don't actually know. Yeah, Chiana or Rigel. I honestly don't know. I guess we'll find out in a bit.
I'm going to go with Chiana because, Nambari and Light, they have a different relationship with that. So
yes.
Even though that hadn't been revealed yet at that point, it feels logical.
That feels right. And we'd seen that in the one with the sort of splitting into different worlds, and one of them was noisy, and one of them had red light. Everybody hated the red light except her. She was fine with it.
Yes.
Okay, Gianna, it is. On the Farscape 3-parter, this is question 10 out of I don't know how many.
Okay. Which 3-parter?
Look at the princess.
Okay.
How long will Crichton have to live as a statue if he agrees to marry the princess? 66 years, 100 years, 75 years, or 80 years?
Oh, well, that's a little bit... It was that kind of aging level.
Mm-hmm. Now, he did say that everyone he knew would be dead.
Yeah.
Because humans don't live as long as some others.
No, but 66 or 80 or 100 would all meet that criteria. So
that's true.
That's going to make it tricky. Let's go with 75.
75 years?
Yeah.
All right. 11. Oh, it's out of 15.
Okay. Oh, we're nearly there then.
Oh, which of these episodes marks the first appearance of Scorpius?
That man.
Oh. Starting with Die-Me Dichotomy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's at the end of season 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not allowed to look that up, of course. But,
No, because it'll also tell you. Nerve.
Okay, I mean, I'm not very good with episode names, but go on.
Okay, Look at the Princess, A Kiss is But a Kiss.
Definitely not that one.
Definitely not that one. And Liars, Guns and Money, A Not So Simple Plan.
That's the heist job on the
Shadow Deposit.
The Shadow Deposit. So also definitely also not that one.
All right, so that leaves Die-Me Dichotomy, which was the season 2 finale, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes!
And Nerve at the end of season 1. Oh, I'm giving it away, aren't I?
When does he get chomped in the Aurora chair?
Why is it called Nerve? Do you remember that?
No, I don't, actually.
Oh, in A Bug's Life, Aaron had been stabbed in the peripheral nerve, and so they needed a replacement, and they also had the nerve to go into the base to get it.
Then they go, yeah, so that's the one.
Okay,
then.
that's sort of lassoed you around the hump like an ordinary dromedary and dragged you to the oasis of which of these characters is revealed to actually be a plant? Furlough, Chiana, Zahn, or Stark? Zahn, very good.
You're a plant?
Always have been, John. Why does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. I just never suspected. You're a vegetable?
Well, everyone knows that Delvians are flora evolved.
Right.
Sentient flora in life isn't all that unusual, John. I have cartilaginous fibers instead of bone, tuberoidinous cellulose tissue, and regenerative fascia membrane.
The blue?
Chloroplast tintation. The yellow highlights are stomata for the transpiration of water.
Ah, that's why you like the light so much. Photosynthesis.
Mm-hmm.
When Aaron is in Scarran custody during Farscape Season 4, what is the name of the base they transfer her to? Katratzi, Canvia, Valdun, or Denea? Katratzi. Okay, it's too fresh.
Yeah.
Katratzi.
I mean, it's not like 15 years since it ended for the people when this quiz came out, but yes.
Oh, it's a good thing that you can't see this GIF, which would give away the answer to you.
Ah.
In Farscape Season 2, Episode 14, which of these aliens does Crichton describe as tandoori chicken?
This size, naked, with a face like this.
No, mine was more like tandoori chicken.
A budong, a vork, an eidolon, or a tavloid?
Tavlek.
Tavlek.
What's 14 about again?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Can I look it up? Or is that too much of a giveaway?
It's too much of a giveaway.
If I only look at the title?
It's called Beware of Dog, the episode. No, I think it is.
Sorry.
Well, then you're going to have to pick. Hey, don't look it up. Budong, Vork, Eidolon, or Tavlek.
Okay. It's not a Tavloid, it's not a Budong. So, which are the other two options again?
Vork and Eidolon.
I can't remember what either of those look like, so I'll just go with an Eidolon.
Oh, now I'm going to turn this around so you can see the GIF where Erin is doing bunny ears and scrunching up her face. It sort of looks like this.
Oh, is that the weird alien they get on board to hunt pests?
Yes, the pest hunter.
Right.
But you don't know what it's called.
I don't.
We'll stick with Eidolon.
You know me and names.
The fork.
Oh. I'm just having a quick think whether I should ask this question, and I think I will. The final question is, how long were John and Erin crystallized between the end of Farscape Season 4 and the start of the miniseries?
Oh, okay. What are the options? What are
60 days, 35 days, 52 days, or 34 days?
Oh, okay. That's...
60, 35, 52, or 34?
Well, I'm going to go with 34, I guess. It's like,
and how many points are you putting on that?
100.
100 points for 34. Let's find out how well we did.
Yes, because if you want to know more about this question, you should Google Farscape Rule 34.
No, don't do that. Actually, do that, but be aware of what you're into. So let me see. We got... Oh, yeah, it was Bylar Crace that was in command. Let me see if you got anyone else wrong. Everything is right so far. Radiation exposure, Talvo Crace. John Crichton was not affected by Traltix's light.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that true? Is it because he had such bad eyesight?
Oh.
No. He overcomes everyone is affected, but he overcomes it because Harvey soaks up the sort of madness.
Oh, yes.
That's what it was. It was 80 years that it was going to be statuified, not 75. Yeah. Alas. Everything else was right. It was called a Vork. The tandoori chicken was called a Vork.
Right, yeah.
And apparently there's going to be... I guess we'll find out.
when we do the points,
How many days?
How many days were they crystallized?
Oh, this was good fun.
Yes, that was a fun quiz. Yeah.
We don't need the third one. That was in the Farscape magazine. You can enjoy that on your own. Thank you once again to Matatron for very generously sending us the gift of these magazines, which especially as we've tumbled toward the end of the series, have been an absolute treasure. Did you enjoy reading through that and
absolutely.
Experiencing
that was
what
fantastic.
It was like?
Yes. It's nice that I can finally read stuff like interviews with actors and producers and stuff like that.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fun to be able to see how that community worked and how everybody was feeling about it. So yes, the days of Team K are drawing to an end.
Oh yes. Well, I'm really glad that you got to share that as well, because that's the great thing about these magazines, that they are safe for K, as I've been doling them out to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that part of the research for the show for my part, but of course we couldn't share it the same way. So thank you to Matatron for the magazines. Thank you to Black Rain, Rick from the Delta Quadrant, and I'm very sorry, Sarah, if I embarrassed you, but once again, hi Nathan.
Hi Nathan. All right.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. I think there's nothing left to do at sofarscape.com/links, but if you do want to toss in a little bit to, not so much to help keep the lights on at Sofarscape Studios, but maybe help us out in getting a potential next project off the ground, that would be more than welcome on our Patreon. All of that you can find at Sofarscape. And, yeah, we didn't get to use Willies and Woodies.
We didn't, no.
Hey, real quick, can you push the button? Is it there on your screen?
She gives me a Woody.
She gives you the Willies.
I think we talked about our Woolies. Woolies.
Woolies.
Do you have any widdies? What's your widdy for season 4? Quick before we go.
Oh, sheesh. Quick one. Ooh.
Just a quick little willy.
That's just
a quick, just as a treat.
I'm going to have a quick little browse for that and see what I had as various willies marked throughout the episode.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes, if I think about it while we're watching the episode, I will actually write them down. So.
That's clever. I should do that.
We're going for willies, right? Yes, that's the one. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, here's one. That was the slug gun.
What? Which episode was this?
This is in Promises.
Oh yeah,
there's a photo of
the Lucaithian ship, and it did indeed have a weird sort of organic looking gun.
I'm talking about more of a pistol type thing. I'm trying to find. I saw a picture.
Well, it was the one where Erin was given heat delirium, right, as a revenge for her work as an assassin.
Oh, that could be it. I'm not entirely sure.
You look like a Doctor Who character who's really focused and trying to research the special spell that will...
he's leafing rapidly through a... here we go. I think this is it. It's going to be a habit that Farscape developed in season 4, where apparently it is entirely normal to talk to one of your compatriots about someone while standing in front of them, and talking about
the
escaping
stage whisper.
From the stage whispering where they're right there on the other side of the bars. I mean, this became a interesting trend that came up numerous times during various
really
episodes.
Did.
So yes, I think that'll going to have to be my my overall willy for season 4.
Oh, excellent. Oh, I just had such certainty about what my willy was going to be, and then it slipped my mind because you made a really great choice there. Honestly, my willy for season 4 is the fact that there isn't a season 5, and that's not it's not as cheeky as it sounds.
No.
But there's quite a number of like setups that didn't get a payoff.
Yeah, we've got seasons-old setup that never got a payoff. But
well, sure, but like what Erin did on her holidays, like her life as an assassin,
yeah,
came back with the Lucaithian episode a little bit, but it didn't come back.
No.
And also, like, how she wound up with Scorpius and bringing him on board has not come up.
No.
We don't know how she met Scorpius or why she brought him back.
I agree. That because I noticed that as well when I was browsing through the synopses of the episodes of this season, and I was like, oh, that never went anywhere.
Right.
No, that also never went anywhere. So yeah, there's a lot of that.
Now, who's to say whether it would have been resolved in a season 5, but they would have.
They'd had more time to play with that sort of thing. Yeah, no,
so I think that's where my willy goes.
Good willy.
Thanks, Kay. You too. Excellent willies all around.
All right, so I guess that leaves us with one more button to push.
Yeah. And that's the Star Trek so far space. That's the one. I'm cocky.
I'm Kay. So Farscape, so good.
So cool.
At least we went out the way we started.